Ciao, I'm Marianne Esposito. Today on Ciao Italia, we are making cavolfiore here at La Scuola Culinaria with some friends of mine, and you're invited. And that's all there is to it. I mean, cooking doesn't have to be complicated. Add the cream. So about a half a cup of heavy cream goes in here. You did a great job, Mary Ellen.
Thank you, Mary.
Over the base of the pan, it's a little rumba action.
I've got a relatively clean hand to work with.
I always say you have to keep that hand clean so you can answer the phone.
There you go.
Yeah. Ciao! You did both so well. You did really, really well. That was beautiful. I think you should keep that.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, absolutely. So, when you buy a cauliflower, you want to make sure that it doesn't have any of those little brown spots that you sometimes see. I'm not saying that you can't use it, but it's better to pass that one by and get something else. If you have to use it, well then, cut off those little brown spots. So now you have this whole head of cauliflower. What are you going to do with it? Well, the Italians love to use this mixed with pasta. But what we're going to do today is make a cauliflower and potato casserole. But let me show you how to cut the cauliflower first of all. Because you know what happens. If you try to just cut it from here, everything spreads around. Now you have all these little bits and pieces of cauliflower over the kitchen, and it's messy. Instead of doing that, turn it over. You can take off these leaves. These leaves, if they're very, very fresh, you can use in soup. So you don't want to get rid of that. But we're not making soup today. So you want to take those leaves off. I'm just going to put those over to the side. Then with a really good knife, you want to go around that core. Okay? Just go around that core, and what happens is the florets just fall off like that. See how easy that was? Then you want to take these florets and you want to cut them up into small pieces. So they're like this, because you're going to cook these with potatoes. So we're going to do a combination cauliflower and potato casserole. And guess what? This is great for kids who hate cauliflower, because if you mix it with the potatoes, they're never going to know. So you want about 8 cups of the cauliflower florets cut into small pieces, and you need about 2 cups of potatoes. And for this, I like to use a Yukon Gold. That really is my favorite potato. So when you have that, then you have a big pot of boiling water, and we're ready to boil these together. All right, now, the next thing we have to do is get our pan ready. So you want to start with a 9 by 12, like a Pyrex glass pan is perfect for this, because actually what you're doing here is you're going to make 2 layers of the cauliflower. So get your butter, soft, and then just spread it in the pan. Now, if you don't want to use butter, you could use extra virgin olive oil. But I think that the butter gives this a much richer tasting dish. So just spread it around. It's almost like making a lasagna, really. And once you have your butter in, and by the way, did you know that in Italy, all butter is unsalted? Yes, because that's fresh, fresher butter. All right, and even go up the sides a little bit, just in case the cauliflower sticks. All right, that's good. Then we need breadcrumbs. And I mean really good breadcrumbs. So the way to have good breadcrumbs is to make your own. And everybody has stale bread, right? So you get it hard, then you smash it with your rolling pin or a bottle, and then you have them. Put them in the freezer or in a bag in the refrigerator. So we want to lay down a nice bed of fresh, unseasoned breadcrumbs. These have been toasted. And then the next thing we want to do is put this in the refrigerator, because we want to get this cold. So do this first. Do this first when you're going to make the recipe. So there's a nice bed, and you can already see that those crumbs aren't going anywhere. They're really stuck to the butter. But now we're going to put this in the refrigerator. Let's take a look at this now. And the way to know is to just stick your fork in there. If it's starting to fall apart, you know that it's ready, and it is. So I'm going to turn off that heat. And here's my trusty spider. I love this tool because you can do so much with it. Instead of lifting that pot or taking that hot insert out, just use one of these. You can find them in any cook shop. So I'm just taking this out and putting it in a big bowl because we're going to have to mash this now.